I never take a trade based on setups, emotions, indicators. None of these matter to me. Before I ever enter a trade, three things must align: context, location, and confirmation. If one is missing, I'm not even thinking about the trade. This video isn't about my strategy, it's just simply a filter I use to decide whether I even deserve to be in a trade. Context helps me answer one simple question: where is the market offering opportunity? Before I look at entries, before I look at levels, before I look at supply and demand, I need to know whether the market is actually offering opportunity. Some days the market's trending, some days it's rotating, some days there's real participation, and some days there's just noise. Just noise, literally. And if you treat all these environments the same, no matter how good your setups are, you're gonna get smoked. Context simply helps me separate trading environments from non tradable ones. For example, on a clean directional day, there's intent, there's volume, the market's actually going somewhere. But on a choppy balance day, the market's gonna technically it's gonna give you setups, but it's not gonna give you opportunity, and that's the difference, guys. If the context is bad, I simply don't trade. I don't care if the setup looks perfect. Most losses aren't gonna come because you can't execute. They're gonna come because you are executing in the wrong environments that don't deserve to be executed in. Context doesn't tell me what to trade. It simply tells me, should I be trading at all? And once I know the market environment is worth participating in, the next question is, where am I trading from? Now, once I know that the market is worth participating in, the next question is location. Location answers a very simple question: where am I trading from relative to important reference points? I don't trade in random areas of the chart. I don't trade in the middle. I trade where risk is clearly defined. Good setups are going to fail all the time at bad locations. But on the reverse, bad setups are surprisingly going to work at good locations. And that's because of one thing: location determines risk before reward. Location is about trading where the market's already shown interest: highs, lows, previous session levels, supply, demand. These are areas where decisions are going to actually matter. If price is in the middle of nowhere, I simply don't trade. I wait. Because if I can't clearly define where I'm wrong, then I have no business being in that trade. Location doesn't improve my entries, it improves my risk management. If I'm wrong, I want to know quickly and cheaply. And once I have now context and location, the final question becomes, do I have confirmation? Once I have context and location, the final piece to the puzzle: confirmation. Confirmation answers one question: do I have permission to enter right now? Confirmation isn't about predicting what the market is going to do. It's waiting for evidence to make sure that my plan is actually playing out. Confirmation does not mean just forcing a trade because price touched a level. And it does not mean that I feel confident. Confidence is subjective and confirmation is objective. Confirmation is the market showing intent. It could be acceptance or rejection below a level. It could be buyers or sellers taking control. Whatever it is, the key is that the market is doing the work and not me. If I don't get the confirmation, I don't trade. I don't care if the context is great, and I don't care if the location is great. I'd rather miss a trade than force one without permission. Confirmation doesn't give me confidence, it gives me permission. And permission keeps me aligned with what the market is actually doing instead of fighting it. And when I put all three together, context, location, and confirmation, the rule becomes very simple. Most traders do not need better setups, they just simply need better filters. This is the one filter I use before I enter any single trade. In my next video, I'm going to be breaking down context on how I decide whether a market is even tradable or not. If you found this video helpful, subscribe. This channel is about process, not hype. And in the video linked above, I'm going to be explaining why most traders fail and why I won't. It's a very good video if you want to check it out. That's going to wrap it up, guys. Have a good one.